A desperate voice crackles over the radio, "Mayday! Mayday! Something is wrong, we can't see the sun, everything is spinning." Then, silence. No wreckage. No survivors. Just another vessel erased from existence. For centuries, the Bermuda Triangle has been a place of fear, swallowing ships, planes, and entire crews without a trace. The U.S. Navy calls it a myth, yet thousands of lives have vanished. Flight 19, USS Cyclops, countless others, all lost in an invisible abyss. Was it violent storms? Rogue waves? A tear in time itself? Or is something far more sinister lurking beneath? Scientists, conspiracy theorists, and even governments have searched for answers, but the more we investigate, the stranger it gets. What force is at play in this cursed stretch of ocean? And could the next disappearance be even more terrifying? This is the Bermuda Triangle mystery. In the heart of the Atlantic Ocean lies a region so mysterious, so infamous, that it has been whispered about in fear for centuries. A vast, invisible boundary connecting 3 points, Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, forms what the world calls the Bermuda Triangle. It covers an estimated 500,000 square miles of ocean, yet despite modern technology, the secrets it holds remain unexplained. Ships have sailed through its waters for centuries. Pilots have flown across its skies. But not all of them have made it back. The numbers are staggering. Over 1,000 ships and planes have disappeared in this area, often without a single trace of wreckage. No distress calls, no survivors, just nothing. Even more chilling, many of these incidents occurred under clear skies, with experienced captains and well-maintained aircraft. How does an entire vessel simply cease to exist? The legend of the Bermuda Triangle dates back to the 15th century when Christopher Columbus, on his way to the New World, recorded strange occurrences in his logbook. He spoke of a great flame crashing into the sea and bizarre compass readings. Could he have been one of the first to witness the triangle's strange forces at work? Fast forward to the 20th century, and the disappearances only became more baffling. In 1945, 5 U.S. Navy bombers known as Flight 19 vanished mid-flight during a training exercise. The pilots' final transmissions were eerie, compasses spinning out of control, navigation lost. "We are entering white water, nothing seems right," one pilot reported. Minutes later, radio contact was lost forever. Even more shocking, the rescue plane sent to find them disappeared as well. How do 6 planes and 27 men simply vanish into thin air? Then there's the USS Cyclops, a massive Navy cargo ship that disappeared in 1918 with 309 men on board. It was one of the largest non-combat losses in U.S. naval history. No SOS, no distress call, just gone. To this day, no wreckage has ever been found. And that's just the beginning. Private jets, luxury yachts, and even commercial airliners have vanished, their last recorded positions placing them inside the Bermuda Triangle. Scientists have tried to explain these vanishings. Some blame sudden storms and rogue waves. Others point to magnetic anomalies that could throw off navigational instruments. But what if the truth is something beyond our understanding? A tear in spacetime? A long-lost civilization beneath the waves? Or something watching from the depths? Whatever the answer may be, the Bermuda Triangle remains one of Earth's greatest mysteries, one that refuses to be solved. And as new cases continue to emerge, one terrifying question lingers. Who, or what, will vanish next? Throughout history, countless ships and aircraft have vanished within the Bermuda Triangle without explanation. But some cases are so chilling, so unexplainable, that they continue to haunt us to this day. These are the most infamous disappearances, cases that defy logic, challenge science, and leave behind only one certainty: something is terribly wrong in these waters. December 5, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy TBM Avenger bombers take off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training mission. The sky is clear. The sea is calm. The pilots are some of the best the Navy has trained. But then, something goes wrong. One by one, the pilots report bizarre instrument failures. Compasses spin erratically. Their location becomes unknown. And then, a chilling radio transmission: "We are entering white water. Nothing seems right. We can't tell where we are." Minutes later, silence. All 5 bombers, gone. The Navy launches an immediate search. A massive rescue plane with 13 crew members is sent to find them. But in an eerie twist, the rescue plane also disappears without a trace. No wreckage. No bodies. No answers. To this day, not a single piece of Flight 19 has ever been found. How did 6 aircraft, with 27 men, all vanish without a single distress call or debris? Was it a sudden, freak storm? A powerful magnetic force? Or did they slip into another dimension, lost forever in the triangle's grip? It was one of the largest naval disasters in U.S. history, yet no battle was fought, no enemy was engaged. The USS Cyclops, a massive Navy cargo ship carrying over 10,000 tons of manganese ore and 309 crew members, set sail from Brazil in March 1918. Its destination, Baltimore. But it never arrived. The last message from the ship was simple: "Weather fair, all well." But then, nothing. No SOS. No distress signal. The ship, and every soul aboard, simply disappeared. Despite the largest naval search in history at the time, not a single trace of the Cyclops was found. No wreckage. No lifeboats. Nothing. Even more baffling, the ship never sent a mayday call, even though it was equipped with one of the most advanced radio systems of its time. Theories ran wild. Was it struck by a sudden rogue wave? Pulled down by a powerful undercurrent? Or, was it something else? What's even more terrifying is that 2 of the Cyclops' sister ships, Proteus and Nereus, vanished under nearly identical circumstances in the same region. 3 massive ships, gone without a trace. A coincidence? Or proof of something far more sinister lurking in the depths? Commercial flights are supposed to be safe. Pilots trained. Equipment reliable. But within the Bermuda Triangle, even the best prepared flights have simply disappeared. On January 30, 1948, British South American Airways Flight Star Tiger was on its final approach to Bermuda. It was minutes away from landing when all contact was lost. No distress call. No sign of trouble. The plane, along with its 31 passengers and crew, simply ceased to exist. 1 year later, another aircraft from the same airline, the Star Ariel, took off from Bermuda heading for Jamaica. The flight was smooth. The weather was perfect. Then, halfway through its journey, silence. The aircraft disappeared mid-air, without a trace. The Bermuda Triangle had claimed 2 planes in nearly identical circumstances. Experts ruled out fuel issues, mechanical failure, even pilot error. So what happened? Did they encounter an unknown force? A magnetic vortex? Or something we cannot yet explain? Not all disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle happen suddenly. Some are even more chilling. Take the case of the Witchcraft, a luxury yacht that set sail on December 22, 1967. The boat's owner, Dan Burek, was an experienced sailor. He took his 23-foot cabin cruiser just a mile off the coast of Miami with a friend to admire the Christmas lights from the water. But minutes later, he made a calm, confident radio call to the Coast Guard. "We've hit something. No major damage, but we need a tow." Rescuers arrived within 19 minutes, but the Witchcraft was gone. No boat. No people. No debris. The area was searched extensively, but nothing was ever found. How does a boat, which was only minutes from safety, disappear so completely? Was it a sudden freak wave? A hidden underwater sinkhole? Or, was something watching, waiting beneath the waves? These are just a few of the countless disappearances within the Bermuda Triangle. A place where distress calls go silent. Where experienced pilots and sailors simply vanish. But the real question remains, are these vanishings just tragic accidents, the result of natural forces beyond our control? Or is there something more, something watching from the depths, waiting for its next victim? The answer may lie just ahead. Because now, we dive into the most terrifying theories surrounding the Bermuda Triangle. And what scientists have discovered will shock you to your core. The Bermuda Triangle, one of the greatest mysteries of our time. Countless ships and planes have disappeared without a trace, leaving behind no wreckage, no distress calls, nothing. But why? Scientists, conspiracy theorists, and even paranormal researchers have spent decades searching for answers. And what they've uncovered is more terrifying than we ever imagined. Some theories sound logical, others sound impossible. But all of them will haunt you. Imagine this, a massive 100-foot wave rising out of nowhere, powerful enough to snap a ship in half and drag it into the abyss. It sounds like something out of a nightmare, but rogue waves are very real. Scientists have discovered that the Bermuda Triangle is one of the few places on Earth where multiple storms can collide, creating these freak waves. They can strike without warning, swallowing entire vessels before anyone has a chance to send an SOS. Could these waves explain the vanishings? Maybe. But what about the planes? Rogue waves don't reach the skies, which brings us to our next theory. What if I told you that the Bermuda Triangle messes with the very laws of physics? Pilots flying over the area have reported their compasses spinning wildly, their instruments failing, and their sense of direction completely lost. Scientists confirm that the region has unusual magnetic anomalies. The Earth's magnetic field doesn't always behave as expected here, and some experts believe there might be an electromagnetic vortex, an invisible force that distorts navigation tools and even causes planes to crash. But that still doesn't explain the disappearances without a trace. Because if a plane crashes, wreckage should be found. Yet in the Bermuda Triangle, nothing is ever found. Which means we need to look even deeper. Most people think of black holes as cosmic nightmares, devouring stars and entire planets in deep space. But what if I told you that the ocean might have its own version? Scientists have discovered massive underwater sinkholes, known as blue holes, that suddenly open up and suck everything into the depths. These blue holes can be hundreds of feet deep, capable of swallowing entire ships in seconds. And if a plane crashes nearby? The currents could pull it down before rescuers even know where to look. It's a terrifying thought, but not as terrifying as the next theory. Legends speak of an ancient, advanced civilization that once thrived in the Atlantic Ocean, a civilization so powerful, it angered the gods and was swallowed by the sea. That civilization? Atlantis. Many believe the Bermuda Triangle is the final resting place of Atlantis, and that its long-lost technology is still active, interfering with modern ships and planes. Some even claim to have found unusual structures on the ocean floor, massive stone formations that look eerily like roads and buildings. Could Atlantis be real? Could its secrets still be hidden beneath the waves? Or, is something even stranger at play? Now we enter the most chilling theory of all. What if these vanishings aren't accidents? What if they aren't caused by waves, or magnetism, or even lost civilizations? What if someone is taking them? There are reports, whispers from survivors, of strange lights in the sky, objects moving at impossible speeds, and eerie radio transmissions right before a ship or plane disappears. Some believe the Bermuda Triangle is a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity, a place where UFOs come and go, abducting humans for reasons unknown. It sounds like science fiction. But then again, so did disappearing planes and vanishing ships, until they became real. Some pilots who barely escaped the Bermuda Triangle have reported something beyond explanation. They describe flying into an unusual cloud, and suddenly, their instruments go haywire. Time seems to stop. The next thing they know, they've traveled hundreds of miles in just a few minutes. Could there be a rift in time itself? A wormhole pulling ships and planes into another dimension? If so, where do they go? And why has no one ever returned? It's a theory that sounds impossible, but so do the vanishings. So, what's really happening in the Bermuda Triangle? Is it science, rogue waves, magnetic anomalies, or underwater sinkholes? Or is it something beyond human understanding, Atlantis, alien abductions, or even a rip in time? The truth is, we don't know. But one thing is certain, the Bermuda Triangle isn't done claiming its victims. And the next time you sail or fly through it, you might not come back. For centuries, the Bermuda Triangle has remained one of the world's most baffling mysteries. Disappearances with no explanation, ships lost without a trace, and planes that simply vanish from the sky. But now, after decades of speculation, scientists may have finally uncovered the truth. And what they've found is more shocking than anyone imagined. It started with a routine satellite scan of the Atlantic Ocean. Researchers analyzing deep-sea images noticed something strange, anomalies beneath the surface, right in the heart of the Bermuda Triangle. Structures that don't belong, patterns that defy natural formations. At first, scientists thought it was a glitch. But then, deep-sea drones confirmed it, massive craters, some over 150 feet wide, scattered across the ocean floor. And inside these craters? A powerful, invisible force, one that could explain why so many ships and planes have disappeared without a trace. The ocean floor in the Bermuda Triangle is full of frozen methane gas, trapped beneath the seabed for thousands of years. But when conditions are just right, these methane pockets can suddenly explode, shooting massive gas bubbles to the surface. And when that happens, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Scientists have recreated this phenomenon in labs, and the results are terrifying. A sudden methane eruption can cause a ship to lose buoyancy instantly, making it sink in seconds. No distress call, no time for survivors, just gone. But what about airplanes? Here's where it gets even scarier. If a methane explosion reaches the surface, it could rise into the sky, forming an invisible gas cloud. Any plane flying through it could suffer complete engine failure, plunging into the ocean below. Is this the answer to the Bermuda Triangle mystery? It explains a lot. But it doesn't explain everything. In 2023, scientists made another breakthrough. Using highly sensitive satellite technology, they discovered something unsettling. The Bermuda Triangle has one of the strongest variations in Earth's geomagnetic field. What does that mean? It means that right over this mysterious stretch of ocean, the very forces guiding our navigation systems go haywire. Compasses spin wildly, GPS signals drop, and planes can veer off course without pilots realizing it. In fact, many of the disappearances reported in the Bermuda Triangle involved pilots or captains reporting strange instrument failures just before vanishing. Could they have been flying blindly into disaster? Even more shocking, scientists found that this anomaly shifts over time. Some days, it's stronger. Other days, it's weaker. Meaning the Bermuda Triangle isn't just a fixed death zone, it's a trap that opens and closes, without warning. Perhaps the most unsettling discovery came from underwater microphones, designed to capture sounds from the deep ocean. In 2022, these hydrophones picked up an eerie, unexplainable signal, a deep, rhythmic pulse, unlike anything ever recorded. Scientists first thought it was an echo from a faraway earthquake. But when they analyzed the data, they realized the sound was coming from inside the Bermuda Triangle itself, and it wasn't natural. Some believe it could be an unknown geological phenomenon, maybe even tied to the lost city of Atlantis. Others think it could be evidence of hidden technology buried deep beneath the ocean, something ancient, something powerful. But one chilling possibility remains: what if it's not coming from Earth at all? So, have we finally solved the mystery? The Bermuda Triangle is home to massive methane explosions, shifting magnetic fields, and unexplained deep-sea signals. We now know that these forces can sink ships in seconds, disable aircraft mid-flight, and distort navigation systems beyond repair. But the most chilling fact? These phenomena are still active today. Right now, at this very moment, the Bermuda Triangle is still waiting, still claiming lives, still hiding its deepest secrets. And maybe, just maybe, it's not done yet. For centuries, the Bermuda Triangle has swallowed ships, planes, and entire crews without a trace. Science has uncovered pieces of the puzzle: methane eruptions capable of sinking vessels instantly, magnetic anomalies that disrupt navigation, and deep-sea signals that defy explanation. But even with all this knowledge, one question remains unanswered: is the Bermuda Triangle a natural phenomenon, or something more? If methane gas is the culprit, why don't we see this happening in other parts of the ocean? If magnetic shifts are to blame, why have some ships and planes pass through unharmed while others vanish completely? And what about the eerie signals, the strange lights, and the eyewitness reports that defy logic? Could there still be something lurking beneath the waves, something we haven't yet discovered? One thing is certain: the mystery is far from over. Even today, ships and planes continue to disappear. And the Bermuda Triangle keeps its secrets well hidden. What do you think? Is there a logical explanation, or are we dealing with something beyond our understanding? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's greatest mysteries, hit that like button and subscribe for more shocking, unexplained stories. And remember, some places were never meant to be explored.